Good morning. My name is Charles McCall, and many of you who are viewing this video, you know who I am. And I've lived and worked in Cambodia since April of 1995, except for a short time that I did go back to the United States. And I'm known to be a productive person. I've been the assistant country director of an NGO, an international NGO, the country director, the trainer, the fundraiser, the advisor, consultant, and so now in my semi-retirement years, I'm doing some personal consultation and training with businesses and organizations and schools and churches and individuals. And so that's what I'm doing with a lot of my time now. And I want to share with you, I'm going to try to be very brief. I'm going to try to stay within 10 or 11 minutes because I have many more videos on my YouTube site that can go into detail about this. And also, you can contact me directly. Maximizing your day for productivity. What do you see in the slide? You see a group of marbles, two groups of marbles. One is a scattered group and one is a cluster of marbles. And so what I would try to communicate by this is some people live their day, their week, their month, their year, and their life scattered. Whatever happens, whatever happens. And it's not highly organized, it's not highly planned. And if some people want to live that way, that's up to them. But other people prefer to be more focused and to be more productive. And so that's what I'm trying to show by this picture. You can choose today to do your day randomly or scattered, or you can do it focused and organized and I think more productive. And so I'm going to share with you 7 principles that I've lived by for many years, and that when I do consulting with an organization, a business, a school, or a church, or an individual, and if they want me to help them with time management or planning or strategic planning, these are some of the things that I would recommend to them. Number 1, every staff, every person in the leadership should plan their day the night before. And that is, before you go to bed at night, you take an index card, or you take your phone or a planner, whatever tool you have, and you just write down a general task list of what you have to do the next day. And that way it's off your mind. And for me, I keep this next to my bed. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I write it down and it's out of my mind. I don't have to think about it until the next morning. The second point is wake up on time. And so I'm an early morning. Since my first child was born 44 years ago, I've been an early morning riser. I was forced to get up early. If I wanted to get anything done before the newborn baby woke up, I had to get up early, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And so for 44 years at least, I've been an early riser. And I found that that is my productive time. And I live in a country, by the way, that is hot and humid. And so the morning is the best time. And for me, the morning is the best time for me to think, to plan. I have more energy, and maybe you're different, but I would recommend the morning. But the point is, wake up on time. Go through whatever routine you have. For me, I make my coffee at home. I have a couple cups of coffee. I'm a Christian, and so I read the Bible. I have some quiet time, or I read part of a book, or check on the news, and then I try to ride my bicycle. So this morning I rode my bicycle for about an hour, sometimes an hour and 15 minutes, around the countryside, come back, take a bath, and then usually for me, I try to start my day about 9 o'clock. And so that's what I'm focusing on. Get all of my preliminary activities done before the time that I go to work. And so use your alarm. I use my alarm constantly throughout the day, not just to get up, but to remind me of other things I have to do. Number 3, after you get your morning routine done, prioritize your task list. The list that you made the night before was a general list, but now you're going to look at it and you're going to decide what are you going to do first, second, and third. What is the A priorities, the B priorities, and the C priorities? I have another video series on getting organized. I have another video series on strategic planning where I go into more detail about this. But for me, for example, today I have two big tasks that I really need to get done today. And I have many, many smaller tasks. And so my focus is whatever I do, I really want to try to get these tasks done. One of them will take maybe 2.5 hours in the morning. The other 2.5 or 3 hours I'm going to do in the afternoon. And so these are the two big tasks, but I've got other little tasks. And in fact, making this video was not on my list. But I thought, all right, I can get it prepared. I can do it in a few minutes, and I will edit it this afternoon or some other time. And so you prioritize your general task. A, essential, that is associated with the success of your business or your school, organization, or church, that is associated with your priorities. And B, important, also associated with your priorities, but not as important as A. And C, things that you'd like to do, but if you don't do them, it's not the end of the world. And so we find that many of the things on my list are C priorities. I don't get them done today, never mind, I'll move them to the next day or the next day. But they're there to remind me. Number 4, avoid instant gratifications. We're always tempted to do something that satisfies us personally, which goes along with number 5, that distracts us from our priorities, that distracts us from our plan. And so let me give you an example. I didn't eat breakfast today. I had 2 cups of coffee, I exercised, I came back, took a bath, and I gave some thought to a few things I needed to do, and then I prepared this short lesson. In my thought, you should eat breakfast, but I don't want to, because I set at 9 o'clock I was going to begin doing my big project. As I look at my watch, it's 9:19, and so I'm late already from doing my big project. But it's okay. If I get started at 9:30, it's not the end of the world. I can still finish it this morning. And so my instant gratification would be eat breakfast. But I thought, no, instead I'm going to give myself a reward. If I don't eat breakfast today, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to have no strength to do. Look at me. I'm not thin. I'm not emaciated. And so I can go without breakfast. I do it often. But we have things that we want to do that make us feel good. Be careful about allowing those to distract you. You can put them off, and then you give yourself a reward. So my reward is this afternoon. I'm going down to Starbucks, to their air-conditioned, beautiful coffee shop. I'm going to have a delicious cup of coffee. I'm going to bring my computer, and I'm going to do my afternoon work there. And after I finish, I'll have a nice lunch. Skip breakfast, but I'll have a nice lunch for today. So that is avoid distractions, but give yourself rewards. Distractions are phone. I've turned my phone sound off. The messages, the little red reminders from social media, they're distractions for me. Other work, if I see other things that are laying around to remind me of things I have to do, that can distract my emotions, distract my mind. And so I try to clear those things out. I put them all in one place in order. And number 6, hold yourself accountable. Now, this might be holding yourself accountable to someone else, a coworker that can remind you, but at least hold yourself accountable to your own priorities. And you do have priorities, right? Because if you don't have priorities, you need to go back to base 1. Priorities come from vision, from what you see. Priorities come from short-term and long-term goals. And so if you don't have your priorities yet, you should not be watching this video. You should be watching some other videos, or you should be contacting me and letting me sit down with you personally or with your staff and talking to you about priorities. But hold yourself accountable at least to your own priorities. And then number 7, focus and go to work. All right, get to it. So have everything ready ahead of time and go to work. And I read someplace that you should take a break every 90 minutes. Okay, that sounds like maybe every 45 minutes, maybe every 60 minutes. But the point is, work for a little while, take a break. Be careful about getting distracted, and then get back to your big project. And so here's the point. You see the slide. You've heard this said before. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. And so I really urge you, if you're a business person, if you're a church leader, if you're an organization, executive or staff or manager, or a school principal or a high-level leader in a school, you need to be organized. And so if you are not planning, then you really are planning. You're planning to fail. And so these are things, by the way, that I can help you with. And finally, the English idiom, get your ducks in a row. You need to get your ducks in a row. What that means, get organized before you do something. So again, thank you for watching this video. I'd like to ask that you would subscribe to my YouTube channel and that you would like this video. You can click the bell button and it will remind you when I upload a new video. Share this, by the way, if it's been beneficial to you. Maybe it will be beneficial to someone else. And I can help you. I can help your business, your school, your church, your organization, you personally. I can help you in many different ways as a trainer, an advisor, or staff development. I can do it in English and I can do it in Khmer. I can do it online. I can do it face-to-face. I can do it in 1 hour, one-off sessions, or I can do it in short seminars. And so, for example, at the end of this month, I will travel to Phnom Penh and I will do a full-day seminar for a business and train their staff about excellence in the workplace. And so I can help you in English or in Khmer, online or face-to-face. And so I'm happy to do that. So again, thank you for watching the video. I hope this has been helpful to you as it's been very helpful to me all of my adult life.